Okay, let's talk about a feeling we all know, but maybe don't really understand. That heavy, stuck feeling we call laziness. In this explainer, we're going to unpack why that one word might just be the most unhelpful, most misleading label in your entire vocabulary.
Oh, you know this feeling, right? You're sitting there staring at a blank document or a messy room or that to-do list that just seems to be mocking you. The clock's ticking, but you're just frozen, stuck. It's this incredibly frustrating kind of paralysis, isn't it?
And what's our first move when we feel that? We beat ourselves up. That harsh, critical voice in our heads, the one society basically installed, starts yelling that if you're not doing something, you're failing. That your inability to just get started means there's something wrong with you.
But hang on. What if that whole story we tell ourselves is just wrong? What if laziness isn't a character flaw at all? Psychology tells us a completely different story. It suggests laziness is just a label we slap on something much, much deeper.
This right here, this changes everything. The myth is that you're not moving because you lack ambition, but the reality, it's because there's an abundance of barriers. It's not that you don't want to do it. It's that something invisible is blocking the path. So what's the first big barrier? Well, let's call it the shield of avoidance. This is where what we call laziness is actually a defense mechanism. Your brain is trying to protect you. And this distinction is so important. Think about it. Are you really avoiding cleaning the garage? Or are you avoiding that crushing feeling of being overwhelmed? Are you avoiding writing that email? Or are you avoiding the anxiety of waiting for the reply? See, we're running from the feeling, not the task. And these are the usual suspects we're hiding from. Anxiety about how it'll turn out. Fear of failure, of not being good enough. And oh boy, the big one, the paralyzing weight of perfectionism. That little voice that says, if you can't do it perfectly, don't do it at all. So your brain's solution is, well, to not do it at all. Now, it's not always about feelings. Sometimes the issue is more mechanical. It's like your brain's wiring is causing a kind of biological stall. The technical term for this is executive dysfunction. Just think of it like this. Your brain has a CEO, a little manager in charge of planning, getting things started and switching between tasks. But when that manager is struggling, you can feel totally stuck no matter how motivated you are.
And this analogy is just perfect. You've got all the desire, all the energy. The engine is roaring, but you can't get the car to move because the transmission just will not shift into gear. You're not choosing to be still. You're trapped. You're flooring the gas pedal and nothing is happening.
Another huge reason for this stall is just a simple lack of clarity. If the path forward is a total fog, if you don't even know what the very next tiny step is, your brain just can't compute. It gets so bogged down in the confusing how that it completely loses sight of the why. And really, this is just another protective measure. When your brain is faced with way too many choices or a process that's completely unclear, the safest, simplest option is to just shut down and choose nothing. It's a defense against the absolute overload of too much. Okay, so we know the barriers. We're either avoiding feelings or our brain is just stalled. So what now? This is the most important part. How do we actually break through? It all comes down to a really simple but powerful idea. This is the million-dollar question, isn't it? If we're stuck in this horrible loop of not doing anything and then feeling bad about it, where's the escape hatch? I'll tell you this, the answer isn't try harder. It's not about more willpower. It's about changing your entire approach. And it all starts with two simple but game-changing steps. Number one, just drop the label. Lazy is a dead-end word. It gives you no solutions. And number two, replace that judgment with curiosity. Instead of, ugh, I'm so lazy, start asking, what's really going on here? What am I actually afraid of? This is the key that unlocks everything. Shame is the fuel that keeps you frozen in place. But curiosity, that's the antidote. Curiosity lets you become a detective instead of a judge. It helps you diagnose the real problem without all the self-blame. Now get ready, because this next idea flips everything we've been taught upside down. We always wait to feel motivated before we start something, but that's backward. The truth is, motivation is the result of taking action, not the cause. That spark you're looking for, it comes after you start moving.
So how do you get moving? You have to give yourself permission for it to be unimpressive. A small start, a messy start, a totally imperfect start. The goal isn't to do the task perfectly. The only goal is just to begin. That's the only thing that breaks the inertia.
And how small is small? I'm talking 5 minutes. That's it. Set a timer. Work on that thing you've been avoiding for just 300 seconds. Literally anyone can do something for 5 minutes. It lowers the barrier so much that your brain doesn't even have time to fight back.
So if you take away just one thing from all this, please let it be this. You are not broken, you're not a lazy person, you are a human being who is probably just feeling overwhelmed or afraid or just isn't clear on the next step. So stop fighting the symptom and start looking for the root cause.
Which brings us to a final thought. This isn't just theory, it's a tool you can use. So I'll leave you with a direct challenge. What is that one task you've been putting off? And can you give it just 5 messy, imperfect minutes today?